He come up in a big Lamborghini truck. I've only seen one time, and that's down here in Atlanta, right? Mike Tyson falls out the truck and say, Bobby, I can't drive. I'm too fucked up to drive. Bobby says, shit, let me in this motherfucker. I'll drive it. Subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our Bella Book Club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below, and for a small $5 monthly fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Now let's talk about Bobby the Brown's Every Little Step, Part 10. Where we left off, Bobby the Brown was reflecting back on his days with New Edition. What he said was that when he was with them, the boys used to compete for screams. Okay. Now, he said that always Ralph Tresvant won, but he would be a strong second. Okay, and now that he is on his own and he is solo, he takes full advantage of the fact that there is nobody to compete with. Now it's just all Bobby the Brown. So he was in a city, I forget the city. What city was it? Hold on, y'all, because I need to know the city because that's important. Columbus, Georgia. Sounds about right. But anyway, he down there to Columbus, Georgia. Okay, and what happened was, he decided to simulate romance between him and a girl on stage. That's what he incorporated into his act, child. And then, you know, as usual, he pulls him a nice little young tenderoni on stage, you know, and the Columbus, Georgia police, they raided the place, okay? They came in. Now, in my, you know, back in the 80s, we would call them motherfuckers the jump out because they would jump out on your ass, but I digress. He was arrested for lewd acts and sexual something, and it was a law that was just implemented 2 years before as a result of the Beastie Boys, you know, the three white dudes. I think they were signed to Def Jam, and I don't know, they was like, I don't know, that was like the beginning of white boy music, white boy hip hop, white boy rapping, whatever it is, but that was pretty cool with me. I like the dude. What happened was he was arrested. They took him down there to the jail. This is during the concert. You hear me? During the concert. They took his ass down to the jail. He paid the $687 bail or bond. I'm saying to myself, that's it? Y'all niggas went through all that trouble for $687? He paid the money and he went back to the stage to finish out his show. Anyway, the young Nay would have hung around. You know, because I'm like, they done took his ass to jail. We supposed to be waiting still. But anyway, the young Nay would have waited, okay, just to see what would happen and just to be a part of the mix. Now, the old Nay would have left, went back home and took her melatonin and went the fuck up bed. So anyway, love bugs, it is 1988. Okay, yes, I know we was in 1989, but Bobby the Brown has chosen to take it back to 1988. He is on tour with the New Edition, and I'll Be Sure, okay? Don't Be Cruel has just been released. And what happened while they was on tour was that they had decided to tape Bobby the Brown's Brony live on stage.
Ooh. And if you believe in love and all that it can do for you, give it a chance, girl. You find romance, and if you find a tenderoni that is right for you, make it official.
So like I was saying, child, what happened was New Edition was in their feelings because they heard that Bobby the Brown was going to be recording his hit song, Tenderoni. Macaroni. According to the Bobby and the Brown, what New Edition said was, no, you need to record us too. Because how you gonna do a whole video with this dude right here, and he's an offspring of the New Edition, but you ain't gonna take the New Edition live? Now, according to Bobby in this book, okay, he said that he doesn't believe that anything ever came out of it. I say, use a lie. Because I remember the song Boys to Men being recorded live. Was that on the tour with Albie Shore and Bobby the Brown? Was that sure? I mean, girl, I don't know. Then comes a promoter by the name of Al Heyman. Al Heyman said, oh shit, these bitches love Bobby the Brown. I got to make some money off this nigga. Mr. Al Heyman, I don't know if he black or white. I don't care. It don't got shit to do with the point that I'm trying to make now. He came to Bobby the Brown and was like, ooh, Bobby the Brown, let's make this money together so we can go on tour together. Mission accomplished. They went on tour, right? Now, let me say this about Bobby the Brown and Griselda Blanco Brown, okay? Griselda Blanco Brown, you taught your son very well, okay? Get that money. And one thing that Bobby the Brown says and will always say is that it ain't my fault that them niggas over there didn't know how to negotiate their money. We're going to get into that later, okay? Because New Edition has made poor and bad financial moves forever. Matter of fact, when you think about bad in regards to the entertainment world, New Edition, that's it. Oh, that's in the Wikipedia. Bad investments, bad management, bad promotion, bad. He's on his own tour now, right? And what's going on is his mother was able to contact Budweiser, and Budweiser was also a sponsor. So every night that they was on tour, Bobby the Brown was racking in at least $700,000. Now, the overhead for everything was $50,000 a night, right? Now, let me tell you why. One of the reasons was because what Bobby the Brown did, he employed the hood. Oh, nigga, put them rocks down, come with me. You about to go on tour with Bobby the Brown, right? And he made sure he paid all his people. He gave them per diems to eat and everything. They didn't even really have to use their per diem because according to Bobby the Brown, every time they sat down and had food, they didn't have to come out their pocket for nothing because Bobby Brown was paying for everything out of his own pocket. Now, another good business move that he made, right? It cost him a hell of a lot of money on the front end because they wasn't renting out the speakers, the instruments, and all that other stuff, or the mixers or whatever it is to put on a show. Bobby the Brown bought it himself and carried it with him. Then that way he would save money because he wouldn't have to rent shit for the tour because he already owned it. So that's another good reason to have Griselda Blanco as your mammy. Now, Bobby Brown reflects back on his times in the projects, okay? Projects were different then, okay? Back then, the projects was just affordable housing. You know what I'm saying? It didn't mean that you was poor, that you was broke, that you didn't have a father at home. It did not mean those things because a lot of times you had full family. He was living in the projects. Now, he attributes him being so irresponsible with his money is because he grew up in the hood, right? And that, now that he has this money, he wants to enjoy it. I wholeheartedly do not believe that Bobby the Brown or the Browns were poor, okay? I just believe that they just lived in the projects. Now, I don't believe they was rich, although you got Griselda Blanco in the kitchen cooking up birds. So with that being said, we get to this point right here, okay? Bobby the Brown started carrying around thousands of dollars in a briefcase. I said, a briefcase, nigga? You carrying around in a briefcase? Oh shit, this is the 80s. Cause now these young boys, they carry their money around in a damn duffel bag. That's what the young rappers do, okay? Black rapper with a duffel bag, it's a couple of $100,000 in there. You might want to get that motherfucker. He's saying he carrying around all the money or most of the money or a lot of money, okay, in the briefcase, okay, with the money. At the time that he was carrying around the briefcases, he was infatuated with cars. One time, they was out together, okay, and they seen this white Mercedes Benz. I think he said it was a S500, child. He said he knew it was a drug dealer car. He didn't give a fuck, okay? He on the tour bus. He yelled out the window, excuse me, sir, how much will you sell it to me for? This nigga was throwing away so much money at the time. He can't even remember how much money he paid for that Mercedes-Benz, right? I'm saying to myself, ain't there paperwork involved in this? You can just be like, oh, okay, here go, $50,000 for my car. And there's no paperwork. I mean, where's the license and registration and the tags and all that other shit? But anyway, according to the Bobby Brown, that nigga sold him that car. And what he also said while he was spending money, right? He had this girl down in San Antonio that he would visit every time he was in the area. And sometimes he would fly down to see her. I guess that was, somebody that he was liking enough. Girl in San Antonio, whoever you are, girl, I need you to tell me the scoop on Bobby the Brown, okay? Blink, I need the real scoop on Bobby the Brown. But anyway, girl, bless your heart because you had the rich Bobby the Brown. If he around here just walking up to niggas, can I buy your car? And just handing over $50,000, $60,000 to buy a goddamn car, then you got the rich Bobby Brown. Girl, I know you was getting everything. I hope you used that money wisely, okay? I hope every time he came past, he dropped a grip on your floor, a duffel bag on your floor, okay? Blink, if you know what I'm saying. But, okay. I hope if that nigga was buying cars, he was buying houses too in San Antonio. But anyway, I digress. He said what he would do with the girl. So this girl must be significant because why would he talk about this girl? But anyway, he said what he would do with the girl down there in San Antonio was they would stay at the hotel. I told you all them stars love to stay at hotels. They don't leave the hotels. They just be in the hotel sitting around, I don't know, and ice skating because that's what Bobby the Brown said he did. It was a particular hotel that he would stay at that had an ice skating ring. And him and the girl would play around and have fun. Where we introduced Mike the Tyson. No. Our name for Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson and Bobby the Brown are friends, okay? And how Bobby the Brown said he met Mike Tyson was one day he was on tour, okay? He backstage. Mike Tyson makes his way back there and like, oh man, Bobby, it was a great show. I can't do his voice. He's talking about how him and Mike Tyson fucking around with each other. They having a good time. They being young, black, single men and rich and enjoying life. Now, one time, they enjoying life with this goddamn car, okay? And this nigga is in a dilemma because he need to head his ass back to the West Coast where he lives. When they get to the airport, Mike Tyson said, what we gonna do with the car, Bobby? Let's just leave it right here. Leave it right here. Who the fuck? Bobby the Brown said he pulled up to where, they supposed to drop the people off and keep moving. Child, he pulled up in that white Mercedes-Benz S500 that he just bought from a stranger with no paperwork, okay? And left it right there. Let's just leave it here. He said he has no idea what happened to that white Benz. I don't know. He said somebody came up. I'm like, I don't know how. The paperwork's still in the drug dealer name or his mammy's name or his sister's name or one of his bitches' name. Yeah. He said during this time, Bobby the Brown is red hot. Mike Tyson is the world champ. Them niggas is terrible. Bobby the Brown said that Mike Tyson would follow him on tour and Bobby the Brown would go to all Mike Tyson fights. Them two motherfuckers was treacherous together. Oh, I could see it, right? He said one time, Mike Tyson came to pick him up from the hotel. Mike Tyson, they was in Ohio. Okay, snow on the ground, a foot of snow. Mike Tyson say, hey, come on down, man. I'm here. Okay, he come up in a big Lamborghini truck. I've only seen one time. And that's down here in Atlanta, right? Mike Tyson falls out the truck and say, Bobby, I can't drive. I'm too fucked up to drive. Bobby says, shit, let me in this motherfucker. I'll drive it. Now, why they on a joyride in the snow, in a foot of snow, in the fucking cold, in Ohio, okay? This motherfucker runs over something. He don't even know what it is. I'm saying, was it a body, Bobby? When they finally stopped, they found out that it was a car. Bobby the Brown said that the Lamborghini truck was so big, they ain't even really feel the fact that it was a car rolling with them up underneath the damn truck. But anyway, when they hopped out the truck, Bobby the Brown was like, oh man, my bad. Mike Tyson said, Bobby, don't worry about it. I'll get it fixed tomorrow. Bobby the Brown says to Mike Tyson, hey, wait a minute, brother. Wait. Hold on, Clarence. Ain't you a boxer? Don't they got rules for y'all? Should you be around here fun drinking all over the place? Aren't you in training? He said that Mike Tyson responded, oh, Bobby, that's just what they tell us to control us. You can't control D. Mike Tyson. This is something I did not know. Bobby the Brown said that D. Mike Tyson was dating Leola for a while. Now Bobby the Brown is fine with, him, doing whatever it is he do on them other girls, but you won't be able to do that to my sister Leola. Bobby the Brown went to him and said, excuse me, sir. That's my sister. You ain't gonna be shitting on her, right? Mike Tyson said, don't worry about it. Bobby the Brown felt so confident with Mike Tyson's love for his sister that he said that, he really fell in love with my sister. In fact, they were going to get married. So he didn't have a problem with the two dating. So anyway, let's get to the Buster Douglas fight. Both of them are over there in Japan. Mike Tyson is fitting a fight at this place called something Dome, right? And Bobby the Brown got a concert there, okay? So one day the two are together, okay? Bobby the Brown rents the whole suite on the top floor. He said the suite was so big that it took over the top floor. Now him and Mike Tyson was in there hunching the most beautiful Japanese girls in the world. Not my words, his words. Bobby the Brown said, whoa. Mike, I know what you said before, but you fitting to fight Buster Douglas, brother. You finna fight him. I'm gonna need you to save all your energy. You can't be around here, expelling your energy on these girls. You finna fight. Mike Tyson said, look, Bobby, I've been busting ass a long time. I ain't worried. If I ain't worried, don't you worry. So, in true Mike Tyson form, he told Bobby the Brown, I'm going to knock that nigga out in the third round. On February 11th, 1990, Bobby the Brown is at one of his rich friends' house in Osaka, or the dude named Osaka, or he drinks sake or something like that, right? And he watched Mike Tyson lose that fight. He said he called his father crying, he crying. He said Bobby the Brown held that in his heart forever. He felt responsible for Mike Tyson losing his championship, although he got that mother back, okay? Because he held the title, I think, till 1996, right? But he felt so bad. And it wasn't until Mike Tyson wrote his book, and I think in 2013, The Undisputed Truth, that he talked about it, because they never really talked about it. But that's something that he held in his heart. Mike Tyson does not blame Bobby the Brown. Why would Bobby the Brown be responsible for another man? That's his dick. Okay. What was Bobby the Brown supposed to do? Take his dick out of the bitch and pack it away? Here, pack this away, okay? No. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves, you have a